I'll start with the video in a second, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I just created this composed image by an original image given at StarWars.com from The Mandalorian. I got some other components together and voila, created this. If you want to watch the full thing, then go to my Twitter and Instagram. I just posted it on there as well. Give me a follow if you guys like what you see, and yeah, let's get this video started. Let me introduce you to the Imperial General that hated Darth Vader, hated Tarkin, hated everybody basically, but in the end, Vader got the last laugh, even though he doesn't really laugh. What's worse is that he jumped at the chance to be #1 right after Tarkin's death. Okay, I'll just reveal him to you guys. It was Cassio Tagge. Now, if you're wondering where have we seen this handsome devil before, well, we did in A New Hope. George Lucas immediately shows us that he is a stickler. He was fighting with the other generals from the first time we saw him, until Tarkin came in and shut him up. His biggest problem was the Death Star. Even in the comics now, it is apparent that Tagge was a pesky problem for all. Now, him personally, his biggest problem was of course the Death Star. Vader considered the Death Star just as an abomination, but Tagge, he went a step further, and guys, I think he was actually right in this case. The new Boba Fett merch is up for grabs, my dudes. Check out the shop because there's a lot more where that came from. The link to the shop will be in the description. Here's what really happened. After the Death Star was destroyed, Sidious punished Vader and humiliated him in the worst way possible. He demoted Vader under the supervision of Tagge, and to make matters worse, he then promoted Tagge from General to Grand General. Vader had finally realized that his loyalty was wasted. He needed to create his own empire within this empire, and so he started organizing raids, stealing from the Empire, creating his droid army, all under the nose of Tagge. During one of those days, Vader had just returned from a successful mission. The Sith informed General Tagge that these pirates are no fools, but he quickly reminded Vader that now it's Grand General Tagge. Nonetheless, Tagge and Vader both agreed that the sophistication of these attacks suggested a well-supplied and smart group was behind these attacks, and that a spy was likely feeding them information on Imperial shipping. Tagge, though, was not entirely concerned with this blatant disrespect by these pirates. In fact, his studies showed that it's quite normal considering what the Empire just went through. The destruction of its mighty toy, the Death Star. After that humiliation, Tagge expected some revolt by pirates and rebels and so forth. Now, Tagge went in on Tarkin's stupid plan as he thought of it. He expressed disappointment at the amount of resources wasted in the construction of the Death Star, referring to it as Tarkin's folly. He wondered how many more Super Star Destroyers could they have built instead of that Death Star. This slander came right after Tarkin's tragic death, mind you, and Vader came to the rescue immediately. Maybe not because he loved Tarkin so much, but just to spite Tagge. Vader reminded him that at least Tarkin had vision. You have some measly graphs and studies, suggesting that Tagge lacked a whole lot of vision. It doesn't matter. Tagge did have graphs, but he also had the command granted to him by the Emperor of the Galaxy, Palpatine. You know, this is typical of the competitive environment that Sidious had arranged within the ranks of the Empire. The moment you're down, you're gonna get kicked hard. Tagge was now doing that with a dead Tarkin and with Vader, who still was alive, only to get humiliated. The problem with that is, one day you'll probably be down too. And guess what happened to Tagge once Palpatine demoted him below Vader again? Vader didn't wait a minute before he choked him to death. After all, revenge was the Sith way. That concludes this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you loved it, and if you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up down below. Also, hit that bell and get notified the moment a new video is up. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.